Hello and welcome to Pop Culture News and Reviews, issue 64.
Yes, mate.
Flying along.
Yes.
That's what we do.
We do. Yes.
If this is the first time you're joining us, thank you for coming aboard. If it's the
if it's
64th time you've joined us, hey, thanks for coming along
mate,
the whole
if
time.
If it's your 17th, thank you.
Yeah, those are the only three things we'll accept at this point.
If you're sitting at 24, just leave.
Yeah, sorry.
20. Although if you're at 23, Michael Jordan, stay.
Yeah. Anyway, enough of that.
LeBron James.
If you haven't heard us before, what we do here is wrap up the week in pop culture news.
Do we?
We do.
We try.
That's what we're going to do.
We're going to try.
But we always start each episode with, or first we say, I'm Anthony and this is Sebi next to me.
Hello.
And then I ask Sebi, mate, what have you been watching?
Mate, I watched, you know how, was it last week I said about an interview that I watched with Snyder?
Yeah.
Yeah. This week they released it because you know how Conan's going out? He's moving to, where's he going to? Is it Amazon or something?
Yeah.
Something like that. He's moving anyway. He's leaving CBS, I think he's with now. But he's doing, they're releasing their full interviews with the people. I didn't realise that their full interviews go for like,
oh, they're huge.
20
yeah,
minutes,
just
20
like
plus minutes.
together,
Yeah, and you just get the pieces. But yeah, they're releasing the full interviews, and the boss man himself was on there, Mr. Timothy Oliphant.
Yeah.
He was on there. So funny. He just takes the piss. Like, he's just pulling the piss out of Conan the whole time. Conan goes to saying something. He starts talking, and it's just Timothy Oliphant just cuts him off halfway through talking. Won't let him finish I don't think Conan finishes a sentence. Like, he just cuts, and he's doing it on purpose.
That is the power of the Oliphant too.
Like, he'll just cut him off. But then today I watched Bill Burr.
Oh, yeah.
Bill Burr's one was on there. Mate, he's got some funny things to say, that
He's
bloke.
a funny bloke.
He talks about how he was he feels he had a bit of a selfish thought about, because Conan asked him, what do you think about the people who are against wearing masks? And he's like, I don't care. Don't wear a mask. Kill yourself. That's fine. He goes, I was driving back on the freeway and I noticed the traffic was starting to get up. I had a little selfish thought thinking to myself that I kind of wish some more people died from COVID. It's like, you can't say that.
Oh, that is brutal.
You can't say that. He goes, no, it was a selfish thought, but... And Conan's like, what? So we're going to cut this down to specific people, are we? He goes, no. Just anyone I didn't know and I don't care about. It's like, wow.
Look,
wow.
Put a pin in Bill Burr. Just remember that conversation you just had, because we're going to come back to that a bit later. I reckon that's going to come full circle.
It's so good.
Mate, I finished watching Shadow and Bone. So I started watching it about, I think, 2 weeks ago. It's only, I think, 11 episodes, but finally got to finish it. And it is good. Like, it is really good.
So you finished that now?
Yeah.
So does that mean you're now going to start Resident Alien?
Look, who knows what I'm going to do.
No, you're going to start. Tell the people.
I'm going to tell you what I'm doing, actually.
Tell the people.
Between jobs, I've been listening to audiobooks. So the last one I was talking about here was the Spider-Man one. I said that last week.
Funny you say that, because I actually started listening to that. What was it? The one that I've spoken about on here before. Again, Genghis Khan.
Yeah.
I started.
I
started re-listening to that again. I'm like, oh, this is really good. And it's like they're like movies, because when you listen to it once, then you listen to it again. You're like, oh, I didn't pick that up the first time.
So
good.
This series is finished, and I'm like, well, I want to know more stuff. But
that was Spider-Man, yeah.
No, Shadow and Bone. So the first season's finished.
Yeah.
And it literally just got released a month ago. So I'm like, I got to wait a year.
Have you started listening to the books now?
I'm going to listen to the books, so I want to know what happens, right?
You're out of control.
But what's interesting, I haven't yet.
Self-control.
But what I've realized is the reason the first series is so well written and so well put together is because the book series they've taken, right, is actually it's a trilogy. Then
what happens if you listen to the first one and you're like, God damn, the show sucked?
No.
Because what if it might. Like Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, it might.
Like, the books are better than the movies, aren't they?
I don't know about that. Harry
Potter?
Yes,
everyone's
the books are better.
Okay, so Lord of the Rings, the books aren't better than the movies.
The books are a really hard read for Lord of the Rings.
Oh, wow.
Like, you've got to be really into a certain mindset when you're reading them.
Oh,
because he will spend 3 pages describing family lineage of the person that you're supposed to know about, and then it will come to nothing.
And you're just like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
You know, he goes, and it's because of how much lore and everything he builds. Like, it's incredible the world
That's
he builds.
Tolkien, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I was thinking R.R. Martin. I'm like, no, that's not.
It's a hard read. Like, The Hobbit is better to read. and much better than the movies too.
Did Tolkien do The Hobbit?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Same universe. And
Yeah, and I just thought someone else might have.
No, he did The Hobbit.
That
It's just
the
that
same sort
I think
of
he
thing.
actually did The Hobbit first as well.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
And I might get persecuted for that one, but definitely the book of The Hobbit is better than the movie.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying. What happens if you read the book of this, or you listen to the book, and it's better than the show?
Then I've gotten a better book to listen to.
But then you might realise that the show stuffed up.
Well, no, because this is what I'm saying. So the show was really well written and paced really well with how it went between different stories and they all tied together and everything like that.
You know, it could ruin season 2 for you.
I don't care.
No, I don't mean about you knowing what happened, but when season 2 comes out, you're like, well, that didn't happen. Like, you know what I mean? You've seen something that could happen. You're like, this is going to happen, and then it doesn't happen. It doesn't pay off. If you know what I mean?
So there's about 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books out there in this universe, right? But I was looking at them and there's about 3 of them which are numbered number 1.
What?
Yeah. So I was like, well, which one do you read first? So I had to go find a page of someone who said this is the order to read these books in.
Yeah.
Right. So the first 3 books are the first one's called Shadow and Bone, but they're set 2 years before the next 2 books. Right.
Yep.
And that's how they're kind of done. But
what's funny is I've just made a correlation here again for how you're like my missus.
Right.
You've gone onto a book series from a TV show.
Happens.
She did the same thing with The Witcher.
Yeah.
Watched the TV show, then went out and bought all the books.
Yeah. It's because I don't want to wait to find out what happens.
Just wait.
No.
Patience.
No.
Tap.
No, but sometimes something different happens and it's better. And then you can just enjoy them like they're 2 different universes.
No, it's gonna ruin. It's gonna ruin season 2 for you.
No, it's fine.
I wish that had happened. It would have been good to see it on the big screen.
No, because it's like I've read like 40 different comics of the same characters doing different things. You know what I mean? Like there's so many different iterations of Spider-Man.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll give you that one.
You know what I mean?
I'll give you that. All
so
right, all right,
you just kind of treat it as a different universe. Anyway,
multiverse.
Kind of, yeah. Anyway, so what they've done here, and the reason why I think the series worked so well is why they've done it, is because instead of the next 2 books, which happened 2 years after the first 3, happening at like the 2 years after, they've actually folded those characters into the first season.
Yep.
So those characters are going through what they're doing at the same time as the main character of this show.
Yeah, okay.
Right? And it's given them a different... Remember how I think I told you when I first started watching this, it felt like 2 scenes were shot by 2 different directors?
Yes.
That's what's happened here. Those other scenes are from a book 2 years after everything that happens in the first one.
So they've done a bit of a Witcher time jump and you don't actually know what they've done.
A little bit, but they have made the characters meet and actually interact and everything. So you've got these really cool characters suddenly working in the same timeline.
Have you watched season 1 of Witcher again?
No.
Are you going to watch it before?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Because that's what I was going to say is watch it again. Because remember how we both spoke about how the first time we watched it, we're like, it didn't make sense and then it all sort of...
You started clicking, yeah.
When you watch it for the second time, you're like, it makes a lot more sense because you know what's going to happen. So you sort of can pick up where it's gone, where it's going.
There were a lot of things that I realized as it was going on where you're like, that it wasn't making sense at the time, but you're like, that person's name's the same name as the other name. Is it just a common name, or are they the same people but this much younger, standing in the background kind of thing? Yeah. The Witcher was funny like that. But anyway, man, I absolutely recommend Shadow and Bone. Like, you may not want to watch it, but recommend it to your missus.
It's not that I don't want to watch it. It's just we're watching other stuff.
Recommend it to your missus. Like, your missus will love it.
She probably will.
Guarantee.
But we'll watch it later.
Do that recommendation. I mean, you've got ages till the next series come out, so
exactly. So we got a bit to wait.
Unless it's like bloody Camp Cretaceous, which I do mention on this show a bit. Which
you do love your little dinosaur shows.
Third season dropped out of nowhere.
Don't say us.
Surprised my son.
There you go.
With a 3rd season dropping out of nowhere this week, that hit. So he's watched that and
he's loved it.
Man,
he's out there crying because he wants more, and you've told him no.
Yeah,
no, you can't watch it for the 17th time.
Oh man,
he's like, I can.
Yeah,
I can.
You're just not letting me.
Exactly.
Old mate, BD Wong's character, Dr. Wu. You know, like the main scientist that was in the first movie, and then he was in Jurassic World as well, and then Fallen Kingdom.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the psychiatrist from Law and Order. The dude that plays him.
Okay.
BD Wong. Anyway, he's in this series. Like, he's voiced it and everything
as himself.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So
I mean, not as himself, but as the same
as
character.
Wu. Yeah, Dr. Wu. So they brought his character through. He's trying to retrieve his research from the island.
So he's gone to the island without anyone.
with mercenaries.
What an idiot.
With mercenaries.
He's going to die.
And you saw Fallen Kingdom, right?
It's where the Brachiosaurus dies on the island.
Yeah.
Yeah, sad.
So you don't remember how that started?
And then it ends with a girl in a house or something.
Yeah. Do you remember how it started? The submarine breaking into to try and get the Indominus Rex skeleton?
No.
All right.
Don't
So
remember
it's
that at
like
all.
this weird submarine thing going into the Mosasaurus pen, trying to get the Indominus Rex's bones so they can keep on cloning.
That's a bit dumb.
Yeah.
They don't know there's a big shark in there. Big croc shark thing. What is it? Is it croc?
Mosasaurus.
Is it like a croc? Big croc?
It's probably closer to like a megalodon, eh? I guess.
No, because it has arm fins,
The
doesn't it?
flippers, yeah.
No, but they're more arms. And it's
No,
got
they're-
more
they're all
it's got on the
flippers.
back, doesn't it?
Yeah, they're both flippers, yeah.
So it's like a turtle croc.
A little bit, yeah.
Turtle croc.
Yeah.
Troc.
Yeah, it'd be pretty close to a croc. A croc with flippers.
Turtle fins. Yeah, turtle fins.
Yeah, it's blue.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Anyway.
The blue turtle croc. That's its scientific name from now on.
Yeah, so they go in to retrieve the bone.
Yep.
That pays into here. Like you hear them over the comms saying what they say at the end of that when they say they've retrieved it.
Oh, wow.
Like he gets
Don't they die? Don't that thing get eaten?
the bone gets away. They give the bone to a helicopter and the helicopter flies off.
Yeah, but then doesn't the thing get crushed? Or am I thinking of something else? Does the submarine die?
Yeah, the Mosasaur eats that.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But
yeah.
they attach like this floaty to the bone and it goes and gets
So they've
picked
now
up.
caught up to the movie, Fallen Kingdom. So the island's about to be destroyed then.
Yeah.
On them. Yeah, okay.
And I can't remember how it ended because
So they sneak onto the boat
I've been
somehow.
watching it on and off, so I don't know if they're on the island still or they got away. I think they got away.
Yeah, Roger.
Anyway, Camp Cretaceous, guys, that's out. Let your kids watch it or watch it yourself. Either way, it's well written. It does well. Let's jump into news.
I want to hope so. It's got 3 seasons.
Yeah. And-
Wow. No, it's written terrible.
Yeah.
It doesn't do anything for anyone.
Well, remember, the writer is Zach Stentz, and he's a really good writer.
Is it on Netflix?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it could be terrible and you just never know.
No, because like I've said, it's Zach Stentz writing it. And he's
No, but
very
what I
good.
mean is from that, like if it was terrible, Netflix tends to still just run terrible stuff anyway. So
Do you remember when Netflix had that 3-season rule? That they can make their money in 3 seasons and they can axe it, whatever it is.
yeah.
They don't do that anymore, do they? Just letting stuff
Well, you just
run out.
ruined it then.
I've just reminded them. They're like, hey, do you remember that rule we had?
Camp Cretaceous, no season 4.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, Anthony ruined it.
Given Kiss of Death by...
Everyone, get your kids to write letters to Anthony.
Mate, my kid will be leading that charge. Be over. Little pitchfork. I'll wake up in the middle of the night, just be standing over the bed with a pillow.
It's all right, your other one will beat the crap out of him. It'll be fine.
Oh, mate. Let's jump to the news, man. First bit of news.
Where are we going?
I'm just going to go straight for the
Movies,
top, man.
TV. No,
TV.
do miscellaneous.
Oh, jeez.
Get that out of the way.
Oh, man. All right.
'Cause we got some little things here we can
You've
talk
popped
about.
this on the board. I didn't see you do it, but I'm buying it. The Lego Infinity Gauntlet. Oh, my God.
How good does it look?
Yes.
I mean, I'm a fan of Lego. Everybody knows this.
yeah.
But I'm not buying it.
Oh,
Because
I
I'm not
am.
I'm not that big of a fan of the whole Marvel.
Oh, I'm
I
doing
like
it.
Marvel, but I don't think I would buy Lego from like Marvel Lego.
Oh, man. I'm on board.
You know what I mean?
I
Just
like
like
it.
I don't think you would buy DC Lego.
No, I did.
Unless it was for your kid.
I did.
Which one?
I've got the Batman vs Superman set with Superman hovering over Batman and the Bat signal.
Oh, have you got that?
Yeah.
The little one.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, nice. I've got that. I think it's in a shoebox. Packed
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
I haven't unpacked it.
Yeah. I
I
like
need to,
I like
though.
that. I think it looks cool. I've
I've
got him
also
like
got-
hovering up there with his red eyes.
The Lex with the forklift
Oh,
as well, and you
yeah.
get Wonder Woman as well.
Yeah.
But I mean, my recent purchase was the Batwing from the 1989.
You going to mount that on the wall?
I want to, but it looks good where it is.
Yeah. Can you light it
It
up?
takes up a whole shelf.
Is
What?
there anything to light up on it?
Yeah, there's lights on it.
Yeah.
Get out of it. No.
I'm a fan of
no.
lighting up my
Don't be
Lego,
sending
man.
me your things. I don't want
I'm
them.
going to do it. You're gonna do
No,
it.
the fact of the matter
It's going to
that
happen.
yeah, but I won't buy it. It's 2,000. I think it's 2,600 pieces. I'm not pulling things apart to put lights in
But
it.
look, I'm going to...
Not happening.
Small pump up for Light My Bricks here is that their instructions make it so easy to do.
Yeah, but it's a
They're
lot
just
of
like,
work.
remove this little panel, put it in there, put it back, boom.
I still feel like it'll be a lot of work for it. It's huge. Like
Yeah.
it's about a foot and a bit wide.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
my
massive.
helicarrier is pretty big.
How many pieces is that?
It was pretty close to 3,000, like 2,900 or something. Like it was very close.
Mate, that's pretty. It doesn't look like there's that many pieces in it.
It's pretty big, man. Like it's like I was doing a hand signals, but no one can see that. But it's like it's wide and long. Like it's decent and it's quite like well built too. Like there's a lot going on inside it.
Yeah.
You know?
That's insane.
Yeah, it's huge. So then when I had to pull that apart to do the bricks,
Yeah, no, it's
the
tough
light up for that, like it was really easy to do. Like
we're gonna have to get a competition going for who gets the most Lego. Because I mean, my next one
what's your next one?
that'll be the '89 Batmobile because I've got the '89 Batwing,
Yeah.
which the missus is doing them. She loves it. She
Well,
loves.
you've got
doing
the tumbler too.
I've got the
right?
Tumbler as well. I've
Yeah.
got the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
I've got Poe Dameron's X-wing.
Yeah. You got the Mandalorian.
I've got the Razor Crest.
Yeah.
I've got Baby Yoda. So now it's time for. I'm gonna just go for it.
So how many's the
It's
89?
$400 and it's 3,600 pieces.
See, because the most I have
It's
is
massive.
I think it was 3,100, and that was the Jurassic Park gates.
That's insane. It doesn't look like there's that many Legos in there.
Yeah, but the dinosaur is huge, and that's
Still
got a
didn't think it was
lot in
that
it.
big. That dinosaur
But-
must be. Is that solid?
Yeah, yeah.
So you throw it at a wall, it ain't breaking.
Oh
It's
man,
taking
it's
your wall down.
pretty solid. Like it's. I mean, I really shouldn't put it where it is, but he's like balanced on top of a shelf. Like
That's dangerous when you got two little kids that are psychos.
I know. Oh look, one's
Well,
more
one
than
little
the
kid
other.
that's a psycho anyway.
Yeah, it makes it up for it. He's almost worth two. And what were we talking about?
The
then?
Lego
Gauntlet. Yeah, I'll light that up. I think it'll look cool with the Infinity Stones.
It might come lit up.
Ooh, I wonder.
Lego might be learning and actually putting light kits in.
Be interesting, wouldn't it?
Be nice if they did that. Oh, and I've got Dom Toretto's charger
You do.
as well. Don't forget about
You
that.
have to light that, man. You
That-
remember, like, it's
that
got the little
does-
switch where you open the door
That
and the
does
light,
look wicked.
interior light comes
The
on.
only
and
problem is where I have it, there's no. Oh, hang on, you're an electrician.
Hi, how you going?
I need a PowerPoint on a wall.
Yeah, no worries.
There's no PowerPoints on that wall where I have those shelves. So that's the hard part.
Yeah.
And see, if I was to hang the Batwing and light that up as well, it'd look stupid because you'd have just the wire coming down.
Yeah, no,
From
we'll
nowhere
just,
and it
we'll
looks
just punch
dumb.
into your wall. Put it on an external wall. We'll use a cavity.
Well, I know exactly where I would put it because I would put it on the wall. It's like the only vacant wall I've got in my room. I'd put it there and then I'd put a floating shelf underneath it and put the 89 Batmobile.
Is it an
on
outside
that.
wall or internal wall?
Outside.
Oh, brilliant. We can just go through a cavity and punch in.
We're not punching holes in a wall.
Yeah, it's fine.
I need a hole on the internal wall. I need a PowerPoint there to light shelves.
We can do it. Just, it would look, yeah. Anyway.
What do you mean it'll look? It'll look good because you'll do it. You'll be fine.
Oh, I'd have to like run it through a skirting board or something.
You're a first
or-
year apprentice. You'll smash
Yeah,
it.
yeah, no worries. It won't be licensed, that's for sure. Anyway, let's jump into more stuff.
Burn me
What
house
else do we
down.
have here? Miscellaneous. Before I
AT&T.
get my license taken off. me.
AT&T, Warner Brothers, Warner Media, and Discovery joining forces.
Yeah. So AT&T's bought Warner Discovery?
No,
Am I correct?
AT&T already own Warner,
Yeah.
but they don't own. I don't think they own Discovery.
Right.
So now Discovery's joining forces. Now, I mean, everyone's like, oh, I don't know how this is going to go. It's going to be bad. It's not going to be any different.
No.
Like everyone's like, oh, now Discovery's here. The Snyder, we'll be able to get the Snyder of it. No, it's not going to happen
I mean, what was cool is
because you still got the peanuts in charge at the top. So it's like,
but the dude who was in charge of the merger was a really big, it's like pushing, saying these are the biggest intellectual properties. Like this is the most, you can profit from this IP pretty much. And he specifically mentioned Superman. So come on, just give us another Superman.
it won't be Henry Cavill. It'll be
Yeah,
Black
he's
Superman.
gone. He's gone.
I've made my peace with that. If we get another one, cool. If not,
They
I'm
weren't
not fussed.
sure what was happening with Warner Brothers games because
Nothing.
things were happening.
Nothing will happen.
Like they were saying certain projects may not be going ahead with
You'll
that.
still get the Arkham series and all that.
Yeah, it's
Nothing's going to happen.
Harry Potter, which might not get done.
Okay. Did
Yeah.
we need
Well,
that?
some people do.
Did you?
I mean, I don't know, Miss might play it. Anyway,
Would she?
Oh, she might. Who knows?
Or is it one of those things, yeah, I'll play it and then never play it?
Yeah, let's move on.
Talk to me about Martin Freeman for a little bit. Him getting hissy fitted.
So
What happened?
Martin Freeman, out of nowhere too.
It's sort of
Want to
was.
say, like absolutely out of nowhere.
He's got to grow up to pick with Jim Carrey.
Very much so. Now, have you seen the documentary he was talking about? So,
Where Jim Carrey plays what's his name?
Andy Kaufman.
Andy Kaufman, yes.
So the movie
Yes.
Man in the Moon,
Yep.
is where Jim Carrey plays Andy Kaufman. But they've done a documentary on that, which was on.
Oh no, I haven't watched that then.
I want to say Netflix.
I think I saw something about
last
it.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, this is what Martin Freeman's talking
The
about.
making of Jim Carrey in that movie.
Martin Freeman, Jim Carrey went full method to play Andy Kaufman. Now, Andy Kaufman was famous for just being so rude to everyone who worked with him. Because he was like, I'm the smartest man in the room. I don't have time for you. You're not on my level. You don't understand what I'm doing. Don't talk to me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
That was Andy Kaufman. That's what Jim Carrey did.
So in full method.
Yeah. Became
anyone who knows me knows that I don't agree with method acting, but
this is what Martin Freeman was saying. He's like, anyone else would have been fired if they acted the way Jim Carrey acted between sets.
So he's my man. Is what you're saying.
Martin. He was saying, he's like, that's all well and good to embody the character, but if you're so method that when the director calls cut, you can't cut, he's like, you're not an actor. You're just a jerk.
It's what I've been saying.
Yeah.
I've been saying this for how long?
But then he went one step further and he goes, what if you're playing Napoleon and the director yells cut and you're like, I don't know what that means. I am Napoleon.
What is cut?
You know?
What is cut?
Yeah. So yeah, Martin Freeman absolutely paying out on Jim Carrey, just saying he's a...
basically, you heard it here first, he hates method acting.
And he called him, he said he's a narcissistic, self-centered piece of work. Wow. Martin Freeman went...
I mean, let's be really, let's break it down a little bit.
Yep.
Did Jim Carrey need to go method for this?
I don't think so.
I think he's a brilliant actor.
Yeah.
He didn't need to do that. He would have nailed it no matter what.
I mean,
Okay, so you've got to be an asshole to people on camera. You can do that. You'll nail it. It's called Ace Ventura. He does it a lot.
It's called acting. Like, just go in and play your character. Like, oh, man.
Jim Carrey doesn't need to method act. Yeah. He'll smash it. Unless he didn't believe enough in himself, then okay. But
there's times where there's certain kinds of method acting that I agree with. And I've employed...
Jared Leto's Joker?
No.
Heath Ledger's Joker?
No, I don't think it was needed. No.
I can't think
I'm talking about when you're acting and your character has an accent. Sometimes it's easier to just speak in that accent the whole time.
You know what's awesome? Andrew Lincoln doesn't... He drops... Every time they say cut, he goes back to his English accent.
Yeah.
Tom Holland, though, stays in his American accent when they yell cut.
Yeah, and then struggled to get into his regular accent on Uncharted, I think it was.
Like, because one of the...
started picking up Mark Wahlberg's accent and couldn't shake it.
Yeah. There was an episode of Walking Dead, and I actually spoke about it. Yeah, it was the same episode that I spoke about where Tyrese dies. There's an English guy reading a news report on the radio. Like, this is what Tyrese hears on the radio. It's actually Andrew Lincoln speaking in his English accent, and that he's a news reporter. It's like, that's cool.
But see,
that is cool that they did that.
I am someone that struggles with accents, and I would have to keep it the whole time. Otherwise,
I don't know. You struggle with accents. No offense to you, you're not in that big of acting stuff.
No,
I reckon if you did a lot more of it, you'd be fine.
Yeah, but it's one of those things.
I think once you've done it once and you learn how to just snap into that accent, it's like, in a way, it's like me doing Arnold's voice. You can just turn it on.
Yeah, see,
I think other accents would come the same way.
Yeah, possibly, but there's also other this is going to get into it here, but theatre is pretty intense in terms of once you're on stage, you got to be fully into it, kind of thing. I did a character that was hyperactive, fully hyper. I didn't come down from that level of hyperness between sets, between scenes.
How many Red Bulls did you have?
Oh man, I was buzzing. Like absolutely buzzing. I think you came as well, didn't you?
You know, it's called meth.
Yeah, man. I was pre-workout.
Oh no, was that the first thing? That's where I met you.
No, that wasn't it. No, this is what I was on crutches for this one. I don't know if you came. It was
I didn't come.
Yeah.
I didn't come.
Anyway, no. So the character, it just for us was completely.
Because I was going to say that time that I met you, I didn't watch you. I'm gonna be honest.
That's fair.
It's not my style.
That's all right.
Everyone tried to drag me to it. I'm like, do I have to?
Yeah.
Our friends doing it. I'm like, I don't know him. I don't care.
Yeah. But now you do.
Now look at us.
Yeah.
I still won't come.
Yeah, that's fair.
I would.
Yeah. Just have a laugh. But no. So like intermission would happen and you'd just be backstage, like supposed to be just chilling. Mm-hmm. But the first show, I went backstage to chill and I came down too much.
And then you couldn't get back up to hypo.
Yeah. You know, so then I just...
Classic mistake.
Just stayed hyper.
Should have Red Bull and no-dos,
mate. I started smashing like sugar lollies and stuff. Anyway, that's just... I think there's levels of method acting where it's not even method acting. It's just staying in that level kind of thing. But I don't think there's any need to treat people like garbage
To
while
do
you're
your
doing
job.
it.
No.
I don't think there's ever a reason for that. And
He's right. You're a narcissistic dick.
and you would be fired.
And you know the funny thing is, I can actually see that as Jim Carrey though. Like I really can. Like yeah, he's funny on screen and on camera and all that. But I could see him being an absolute prick.
But there's even like interviews he does where you're like, you're being really rude to this person.
Yeah,
Like it's
yeah,
funny,
and that's
but
what I think. That's where I've got it from. It's like I can see that. I can see you just being just an asshole. I don't know. I've never met the guy.
Yeah.
He might be lovely.
we're about to get sued.
I hope he is lovely.
Speaking of
but
guys who, I'm not going to say arsehole. This guy seems like an absolute gentleman.
I was going to say, where are you going with
I'm
that
going into
segue? That
Dave-
was horrible.
Dave Filoni. I was going to say the complete opposite. This guy has
Mr. Filoni, what's he done?
climbed the peak.
What peak?
So he started off just writing and then he's producing and now he's the, I believe, executive in control of content for Star Wars. So he's taking over from Kathleen Kennedy.
Do we need like the cheer animation there? Because I mean, that would be the perfect time. That's awesome. So you're telling me he's the Kevin Feige of Star Wars?
In a sense, yeah. Yeah. Because that's
I could not think of a better bloke for that job.
And the fact is,
J. Abrams almost got it.
Yeah.
And he's horrible. He can't finish anything any good.
Dave Filoni has such a love for this material, and that's where everything needs to start. You need to have a good love of the material to be able to build on that. And that's where it falls down. Feige has nothing but love for Marvel and their characters.
Yeah, you know how I just mentioned Abrams. You know how I was a little bit pissed off that they're going to do the Black Suit Man and all that. I got over that because it's fine. Because you know the ending is going to be crap anyway.
It's not going to lead into a sequel.
So it'll just no, it probably will. It'll probably have 4 sequels. They'll all be terrible in the end. That last third of the movie will suck.
Yeah.
And that's it. We'll be all good. But this, when you've got Dave Filoni running the show, you've got Jon Favreau in your back pocket. You're a phone call away from Feige. I mean,
so Kathleen Kennedy, the person doing it before, everyone kind of blames her for how the Rey continuation
it's
went.
not Abrams.
No, she was the person behind it all. So where the story went.
Would have been so much better if Rey was a bad guy.
But
Like she turned out to be on the dark side.
I still haven't watched any of those 3.
I'm not watching the last one because of the fact that I love the first 2 of hers.
Really?
Loved them. I thought they were great. The last one got spoiled how it ends. I'm like, that's not how I wanted to end. I'm just going to end on that one. I'll just finish on the 2. The third one doesn't exist.
Look, I'll watch them eventually, but
No, don't.
No, I will. But
You have to watch it
I'm
after
just waiting for
Mandalore.
Mando to finish.
Yeah, you've got to wait till Mando is a solid confirmed end of series.
Look,
then you can go into it.
I'm going to jump into our TV news from here.
Let's do it.
So
Do we have Mando news?
we do Rangers.
Oh, there we go.
So Rangers of the Empire, was it? No, Rangers of the Republic.
Rangers of the Ark.
Rangers of the Republic
The Lost Ark.
was the series that was spinning off from Mando. And this was the one that everyone was saying Cara Dune was going to...
Gina Carano.
Yeah, so that was going to
Bill
be...
Burr.
She was a sheriff and it was going to go into her.
We told you to remember about Bill Burr, guys. We said it.
Yeah, so this series has now gotten the arse. It's got the lemon sauce.
Why is that?
Well, we're thinking it's because Cara Dune's not long.
Speculation says Gina Carano is stuffed up and she's been booted and now, well, there's no show.
Well, the other option I think was to have Bill Burr carry this show, but as mentioned before,
100% get Bill Burr.
he's probably in the same category of
Disagree.
You're a high risk.
Disagree.
An insurance company would not give you
Mate,
insurance for that.
Bill Burr's all for anti-vaxxers.
Yeah.
Because he hopes they just die.
Yeah. See, even just that comment there, that
It's
Disney will be looking at it being like, you know what, we made the right call here.
What's funny is on that same interview that I mentioned before, he talks about what was it now? I've just lost my train of thought. I lost where I was going to go with that. Oh, well, move on. Who cares?
Wow. All right, we'll do that.
That was awesome. Next
I thought
news.
I could get a quick drink in there while you were about to start talking, and you just stopped.
No,
You're
I just
like, no.
I lost exactly what I was
Hang him
gonna
out to dry. All right, let's have a look here. We got Lily Collins. Lily Collins, that's her name, right? Or if I think it's someone else now. Is Lily Collins? Yeah.
say. I don't know. You say that every
Like
time.
Pam and Tommy.
And it turns out to be someone different.
Yeah. Lily James.
I think it's James.
James, yeah. Lily James. So doing Pam and Tommy.
You said Lily Collins last time as well.
Did I? Oh, that's what I do. Anyway, and I do like her. I like the stuff she's been in. I really enjoyed her in Yesterday.
Is it
Yesterday
even
a good
Lily?
film. Pretty sure it's Lily.
Yeah, it is. Lily James.
There you go, Lily James. We got another picture of her playing Pammy,
Yep.
dressed up as Pamela Anderson.
In the Baywatch suit. Looks great.
Has nailed it.
Looks great.
They've done really well.
I don't know
here.
what they've done here. I don't know how they've done this.
Some kind of witchcraft.
It's
witches.
There's gypsy magic going
It's
on.
witches.
It's gypsy. People are shrinking heads. Borat's going to get involved soon. And
Yeah.
you're gypsy.
Things are going on. Anyway, looks great. This looks good. Yeah. Anyway, moving on.
I'm actually pumped for it. Like,
Yeah.
and hey, in that news, Courtney Love not happy.
Courtney Love's not happy.
She's not happy with it because they asked her if she wouldn't mind having someone play her likeness in the show.
Yeah.
Nah, didn't want it.
Yeah.
She thinks it's a disgrace that they're even doing this show based around the sex tape because Pamela Anderson's her friend. So she's sort of ride or die with Pamela Anderson. She's not happy that they're making this.
Pamela Anderson not happy about it?
I don't know.
Sounds
she'd
like
have to
she'd be getting paid.
Yeah, she'd have to be okay with it because
Yeah.
they'd have to pay her for her likeness and
Yeah.
her name.
And a story.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. Shut up,
Probably
Courtney.
involved like written stuff. I don't know.
Stop. I think Courtney's just upset that they're not making one about her.
Oh,
But I think they are. I think someone is going to make a.
Oh, no one's watching that.
Someone's making a. I don't know. I think I read something the other day about it. I don't know. Who cares? I'm not watching it.
No.
I'll watch this Pammy and Tommy Lee one though because they're both cool.
Yeah, definitely. And let's move on to the next bit of TV news we have. Oh, we're living in the world of DC right now. So we got a few announcements for what's coming DC-wise. We've got 2 animated series on the cards.
Batman is coming back.
Batman, the animated series.
Coming
is
back, baby.
And My Adventures with Superman.
Don't care.
So not the Adventures of Superman.
Now you'll
My
say,
Adventures
Sevi,
with
you're a massive Superman fan. Why don't you care about this? Because it's about Lois. It's called My Adventures with Superman. I don't care.
So
I want Superman's Adventures with Superman. That would be cool.
Superman here being voiced by
Jack Quaid.
Jack Quaid from The Boys. Interesting.
Don't picture him as Superman.
You don't, but I mean, like,
I don't even picture his voice as Superman.
Maybe
that's Huey.
Maybe he's more Clark.
That's the screenshot they released. It's like it's weird. It's
The
like,
animation's a bit weird, isn't it?
It's like Japanese style animation.
What's interesting for this is that the writer and I believe production team were from the Teen Titans series, which was really good. Like the good Teen Titans series.
Yeah.
Ended up becoming Teen Titan Go.
Yeah,
but
I'm still not going to watch this.
Yeah. Anyway.
Unless I watch something and someone's like, this is amazing, you've got to watch it. But I mean, everyone's saying that about Jupiter's Legacy and I look at that and go, ugh.
Anyway.
Train crash.
You'll hit something on YouTube one day and be like, oh, okay, there's enough of this that I'm interested in.
I'll watch only the Superman bits.
Mate, honestly, the
just click through it.
As far as DC animation goes, they're usually pretty good, but the only thing I'm watching is Harley Quinn, which is amazing.
That show nails it on
Right.
every. What about Batman? You'll probably watch Batman animated series.
I probably won't.
Really?
Yeah.
Even if they do it right, like the Harley style.
Yeah. It won't be Harley.
Harley might show up in it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Imagine if they had Dedrick, what's his name? Diedrich
Beta.
Yeah, is it Beta?
I do like him.
To do Batman in this.
I don't know. You haven't watched any Brave and the Bold, have you?
It'd be,
watch some Brave and the Bold.
Nah,
it's so good.
it'll be Kevin Conroy.
Yeah.
Will be Batman. It has to be.
I think they've already said that.
Is it? It's
I'm
Kevin
pretty
I'm only
sure
guessing at that. I didn't look at it.
He's coming back and doing something, I'm pretty sure.
Heard it here first.
All right, so we've got Alan Scott cast in Green Lanterns. So in Alan Scott, that's Jeremy Irvine.
Yeah.
Who was in Warhorse.
Warhorse. Yep.
And something else. He was in something very recent. Anyway, I'm slipping mine. But Jeremy Irvine playing Alan Scott. So what's interesting about this is they're fleshing out more of what they have with the synopsis, which is that this Green Lantern story is going to take place over time. So different storylines happening within the same show.
He was in Mamma Mia.
Across different...
And Treadstone.
Treadstones. That was
Treadstone.
Did that get off the ground? Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the Bourne...
Yeah, it got
spin-off, right?
Got canned.
Yeah. So yeah, you're going to have Alan Scott here in the 40s or 20s or whatever being the original Green Lantern. Then you're going to have Guy Gardner being his ultra macho patriotic self in the 80s. And then you'll have possibly a Jeremy Stewart or not Jeremy Stewart, sorry, a John Stewart and Hal Jordan maybe in the now, kind of thing, and then aliens thrown in there somewhere too. So whether it's going to be a case of they're all going to come together in some kind of time, who knows? But
I don't know how it's going to work.
Yeah. Anyway, it sounds interesting.
Let's hope it's not like
Jeff Johns doing this, isn't he? Pretty sure it's Jeff Johns' baby. He's been pushing for it for a while.
I think it might be.
Don't
Is
know
it
if
Abrams?
I'm pretty sure it's Johns.
I don't
Pretty
know
sure.
now. Now you've got me confused. Now you've got me thinking. I
Have a
don't
look
know
at that,
who's
man.
doing
Well,
this.
before you do that, I want to ask you. You've written Titans season 3 on the board. I know that's coming, but what news do you have?
August.
August. They've
Comes
the
August.
release date.
Yep. So I'm going to watch season. I'm going to have to start watching season 2 because I feel like that's the best way to do things. When you've got such a big gap between series now, I feel like you should go back and watch the previous series just to see where it ends up.
Yeah,
And things like that.
I like doing it to get myself in that headspace I was in, because sometimes you come into it like fresh in a sense, and you're like, "What was going on?"
We
Like I'm going to rewatch Lucifer before it drops because
I'm not
all
going
of
that
it.
far.
But no, I'm going to watch the first
First
part of
part,
the season.
See, to me, that's I don't know. I think that's more for me. That's a throwaway show.
Yeah,
If you know what I mean. Like that's more a sort of it's a higher budget background noise show.
I like.
Lucifer. Like it's good. It's great. It's great.
I just think there's a lot of storylines going on that I've forgotten, to be honest.
I think when it comes back, you'll go, yeah, okay.
Yeah, possibly.
I don't think that's one that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's also an easy one for me to watch because it's Netflix on my phone. It's between stuff, it's easy to watch. What else?
Yeah.
do we have here?
So August is when that's. They don't know when. though.
Arnold on Netflix. What's going on, man?
Mate, the spy show that he's got
Is that the kids one?
has
Yeah.
now been picked up by Netflix.
Nice.
So we've got a home for it. So hopefully that'll start getting made soon. And then Big Fella will be on Netflix. Have you started watching his Stan Lee's Superhero Kindergarten or whatever it is?
No,
You need to sort that out.
I do.
You call yourself a Stan Lee fan.
There's a lot I have to sort out, mate.
You're a
Let's be honest.
disgrace.
I'm going to sort my life out. Let's jump into movie news, man.
Let's get
do
it done.
All right, I'm going to tie into that with Tom Cruise's stunt. Tell me, what's going on? You've written Tom Cruise stunt up there.
Mate.
What's happening?
It is happening because of the fact that with the whole handbrake turn off the stairs, Mission Impossible,
Yeah.
was only supposed to be a 180.
Yes. Okay, I shared this with you, didn't I?
I had to jumpstart your memory there, didn't I? Because
did.
you completely forgot. But it turns out Tom had done the math.
Yeah.
He done math in his head and goes, I can nail a 360 off here and keep driving.
Yeah.
And they're like,
No, it was supposed to be 90 and he turned it to a 180. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he was supposed to go halfway around.
was it?
Yeah, not
that doesn't
halfway.
make
It's supposed to go a fourth of the way and go straight or in reverse or something. And he was able to get it around 180 to go.
Yeah, and he'd only told one other person about it that he was going to do it. No one in the car knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
You've got Henry Cavill in the car with you.
Yeah, but the stunt
And he's like, "Nah,
director is the
where-"
person he went through it with him. He's like, actually, I reckon if I go at this speed and I do this,
How
this,
good's
and
that
this."
though? Tom comes to the stunt director and goes, no. Your stunt's shit. I'm going to make it better. I'm going to up you, all right?
Yeah. No,
Just put me in charge of stunts.
We can do this. We can do this. My God.
If I go 3Ks faster, throw a handbrake slightly later, we'll spin it right round.
Can you imagine being in Tom Cruise's brain? This dude
I
has
don't
so
think I'd
much
want
going
it, but
on.
I don't. He's like an Elon Musk of movies.
Can you imagine if he put that into
Like
anything else?
The thoughts that he would be doing, like he would have going through his head.
I'm worried
Like,
we've wasted him on movies.
I'm worried he took too long to get to where he is. Like, can you imagine if he was, let's go back to, what's that, the vampire movie where he was young?
Interview with the Vampire.
Interview with the Vampire. Imagine if he was doing this sort of stuff. Obviously not, I don't use that as reference where he's actually going to bite people as a vampire. But you know what I mean? Well, let's go back to the first Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
For instance, if he was doing real stunts.
We did the wire work for that, didn't
That's just the wire. You're just hanging down. You're not doing, you can see
we?
everything.
A lot
It's
of core work.
He's not backflipping a helicopter, is he?
Yeah, it's fair.
He's not hanging on the side of it. Imagine if
He's not holding his breath underwater for what, 7 minutes or
Imagine
something?
if the first Mission Impossible movie came out and he was hanging off the side of a plane when it took off. Where we would be at now,
It was in the 90s, was it?
where we would be at now if you were 7 movies deep and that was the first.
Speaking of...
Like, holy shite.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Mad.
Speaking
Mad.
of Mission Impossible 7, or the Mission Impossible series, even in the first Mission Impossible...
We're going back to the old TV show as well, or what?
No, not going back quite that far. Just
not?
to the
That was
first,
great.
Just to the first Mission Impossible. So back in 1996, the character Eugene Kittredge, so Henry Cherney, I want to say,
Yep.
Zerny, reprising his role from the first movie.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So talking about how it's been what 20 years since this, and he's going to come back and play his role again. Like that's amazing.
That's deep cut.
Yeah.
That's Tom.
Like, so he spoke about how he goes, he goes, I never would have imagined when I did that first one that this is where they'd be at this point.
I don't think anyone did.
Yeah.
I mean, this is, you think of Fast and Furious, right? But this is better. Am I wrong?
Well, no, you're fair.
I'm fair. Because I don't feel like as over the top and crazy as these Mission Impossible movies are, they still feel grounded. Like it still feels like, okay, this guy, someone out there could be like this.
This could be happening.
And get away with this sort of stuff. Where like Fast and Furious, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, no.
You can't barrel roll a Charger and hang a grenade belt on a helicopter. That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
But that's hanging off the side of a plane, I believe that because, we just saw it happen.
Yeah.
It really happened.
Yeah.
So it's okay. I'm okay with it. But yeah, that's wicked bringing back a deep cut. That's cool. That's cool as.
Anyway, MI7, we'll keep an eye out for that.
Yes, we will.
So actors not coming back though. We've got news that Mark Strong's not coming back for Shazam 2. So that's interesting. Because that entire after credits scene was built around him and Mr. Mind. So
thrown away.
Not going to get
that's what I said to you.
Mr. Mind either.
Thrown away.
What's
I think they might be trying to save it for another movie, or
number 3 maybe,
or hear me out. Mark Strong's talking shit, and he is in it, but he knows how to keep a secret. Unlike Andrew Garfield, who tries to throw people off, but just tells people exactly that he's in it by mentioning a game that you play where you tell people you're not the person, and then you are actually the person. So you're an idiot.
Mark Strong throwing the old red herring out there, maybe. But either way, he says he's not coming back, so we'll take him at face value. Speaking of Shazam, we've got The Rock giving tiny peeks of his Black Adam suit.
It's nice. And he told people where to look,
Yeah.
He goes, scroll right, zoom in on the collar, you'll see it.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't have to zoom in. I can see it on your arm. Your arm's hanging out, mate. You've got this massive forearm that's got what are they called?
Whatever the material is.
No,
the glyphics. Yeah, hieroglyphics.
Hieroglyphics all over it. It's like, I can see it. I can see it.
I like he says he's wearing his shroud of secrecy.
I don't need to look at your gold collar. I can see it on your arms, pal.
Yeah.
They're too big to hide. Well done.
Either way, in the middle of filming Black Adam soon, so hopefully we get some more shots of that.
It is good. Yeah, I just want to see the lightning bolt.
Speaking of being able to see things, we got some promo images from the Batman out. A lot of weird things. One we did see is the Riddler. So the look they're going with the Riddler.
That's what that noise was for, guys. The Riddler. I'm not a fan.
Yeah, I was going to talk about the other one, but the Riddler you kind of alluded to there. So it looks like it says they're going for a lot of kind of Zodiac killer.
I don't like it.
Kind of thing with him. So his face is kind of looks like he's wearing a gas mask almost.
He looks like his head's duct taped up. And his mouth's got duct tape over it. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Why? How are you the Riddler? In what world does the Riddler... Okay, multiverse, cool. But shut up, phone. In what world does the Riddler look like that? Doesn't make sense.
It's different. Anyway, that's the Riddler we're getting. It might just be like the first iteration of him. Just like it looks like we've got the second iteration possibly of Batman's suit, which looks more like the tactical suit. Looks a bit grey as well.
I just want to say, my phone vibrated just then, which you might have heard. But the missus, this was something we were talking about before. The missus actually tagged me in something. She tagged me and you in it.
Oh, yeah?
Have a read of that.
I don't understand why electricians aren't called Power Rangers. But okay, yeah, I mean, I'm all for that. I'd like to start that.
I want you to wear your Red Ranger helmet to work from now on every day.
My Power Rangers, yeah.
Do it every day.
Hey, probably a bit of protection for myself, to be honest.
That's right.
That. Yeah, let's do it.
Hard hat.
I wear the old White Ranger shield.
Where's your OH&S? It's on my head.
I'm wearing it. Don't worry, mate. It's all good. Anyway, moving on. Not really, though. I liked the cape. So the cape had the
I still don't know.
bottoms.
I did say to you before we started recording.
But I think
it looks like fan art. But not only that, I said it's the second. I don't think it is. I think this is the first.
You reckon?
Because he's still got the arrow things on his forearm. He hasn't gone to actual the gauntlet. The spiky gauntlets yet, unless he's not going to go for that at all. But we do know for a fact that there's going to be 2 suits in this because one suit gets destroyed. Now that's the suit that he showed. You see the car come through when he's at the funeral. Car comes through. Guy gets out of the car with a bomb vest on. Has an envelope says to Batman, and you see Robert Pattinson, Bruce Wayne, dive and save the kid in front of the car.
Yeah,
that will lead to him disappearing, coming back as Batman. then the bomb goes off and then the suit's destroyed. Then he'll make another one. So I don't know. Now, I could be completely off.
Yeah.
I don't think I am. I'm pretty sure I've pieced this trailer together pretty well because I've watched it 1,000 times. But I think this is where it's going to go. And I reckon after that, him and Alfred will make the new suit.
Maybe.
So we also watch this space and see if I'm right.
We also got a little bit of a look of at Selena Kyle going about her cat burglar business.
Yep. We've seen her in the trailer. There's not much more to show with her, is it?
Yeah.
Unless she's getting a new suit, which I don't think she will.
Yeah, and this didn't really look like a suit as much as just...
Anne Hathaway was so good as Catwoman.
Yeah, I mean, she's good in everything.
And she looked so good as Catwoman.
She's an incredible actress, man. Like, she's really good.
Nailed it. Those got the ears, the goggles, they're goggles and they turn into ears. It's like that. Who designed that? Yeah, that is wicked.
That was awesome. Like, full props to that person. Sticking with the DC news, we've got Injustice news.
Oh, mate.
So we've got an Injustice animated movie they're doing?
Yeah.
But Injustice 1?
I think it would have to be to get people across Injustice. But there's a problem with this that I see, and it shouldn't be a movie. It should have been a TV show.
There's a lot of stories to mine in Injustice.
There's way too many characters that are intertwining with each other that you can tell stories from for it to be... Like, you could literally just go, okay, first episode is about Superman and that. Second episode, what was Batman doing at this time? Third episode, Green Lantern. Fourth episode, Green Arrow and Black Canary, or whoever you want to throw in, Deathstroke. It doesn't matter. And then at the end, you lead to the point where... Well, I don't want to say where you lead to the point because there might be people listening to this that haven't seen it. But I feel like there's so many different... The same sort of thing that Titans did, how they went through and each episode they... sort of did a different character each time, and then it all sort of molded together into
one. Which I loved, by the way. I didn't think I've mentioned that.
They could have
loved that.
They could have done that with Injustice. Like this could have been a HBO animated series, and it'd work 110%.
Yeah,
and I'd watch the shite out of it. It'd be so good.
Anyway,
I'm going to watch it anyway. Like,
look,
100
here's
times,
something that I wasn't pumped for, but am more pumped for now, and that's that Batgirl's directors have been announced. And
Bad Boys.
Yeah. So same guys who were doing Miss Marvel, by the way. Remember that?
Oh, they are too. Yeah.
So they're making a name for themselves here.
I mean, Bad Boys, for me personally, I'm a massive fan of the Bad Boys.
Sorry, guys. Bad Boys for life.
Yes. The new one, the third one.
Yeah.
I'm a massive fan of the first two. Like, massive fan of the first two. These guys nailed the third one.
Yeah.
So well, there were bits in it where you couldn't tell it wasn't Michael Bay that done this.
Yeah.
And they even put Michael Bay in the movie. It's like, oh, well done, guys. Well done.
So this is Adil El Ari and Bilal Falah.
Yep.
Is who it is. Taking all... Remember Joss Whedon was supposed to do this years ago? It's the whole reason why he did Justice League, because he was told he was going to get Batgirl.
Well, he shot himself in both feet for that one, didn't he?
Yeah, but this has worked out well.
Now his career's over too. That sucks.
Christina Hodgson.
I hope these two nail it. I really hope these two nail it.
Christina Hodgson has written the script for this.
Who's she?
She wrote Birds of Prey.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Anyway.
Oh, no. No.
This is what the filmmakers have said. So this is the directors. With Batgirl, we hope to take the audience on a fun ride and see a different side of Gotham. Christina's script is crackling with spirit.
That's not... You don't want that.
Adil and Bilal have an excited and joyous energy, which is infectious, making them the perfect filmmakers for this Bat project. And I'm just psyched I get to be part of the DC universe, which is super cool.
I mean, hey, you know what? Let Batgirl have her little fun in Gotham. Let her have her spirited fun in Gotham, because you know where it's going to end. She's going to get shot in the spine, and it's going to get dark again because Batman's going to take over.
There are zero details about the story or setting of Batgirl, although previous reports suggest the movie would tie into Matt Reeves' The Batman. Isn't that interesting? And how?
Batman's too young. It can't.
It's
It can't.
too young, right?
It can't.
That's interesting. Anyway.
Matt Reeves' Batman is year 2 Batman.
Yeah.
So he's only been doing it 2 years. He's not good enough to train anyone as of yet. Like the Batman that would train Batgirl needs to be at least, I would say, at least to be doing it for over 5.
You'd think
over
so.
5 years.
He's got to create a legacy, and then
He's got to have the fear of
and Robin's already got to be there. And
this Matt Reeves Batman. The guy goes, and who the hell are you? When Batgirl shows up, ain't nobody asking who Batman is. They know. If he shows up, you are so screwed.
Yeah.
You don't ask
look,
Batman.
that's
who he
probably
is.
just a report that's like speculation.
I hope it's speculation.
Anyway, but these guys, man, look like they're going pretty well. So
Hey, spitball it, unless this does lead into that universe, but Matt Reeves is a year 2, but when he shows up, Batman might show up in this, but he's different suit. Could be a lot older.
could be complete flashbacks, like treat. Sorry, year 1 is a prequel.
Year 2.
Year 2 is a prequel, and then where they end up
At Batgirl, because you can still use Robert Pattinson.
Yeah,
He doesn't age. He's
Dude
fine.
does not age.
He still looks like he's a vampire.
Yeah,
We all know this.
Yeah.
He's a sparkly vampire.
Oh god, that's probably why he's got to be Batman too. Because if he comes out during the day,
He's a bat.
you give me a see him really well.
That's right. You sparkle.
Yeah,
Sparkle at night.
Is that all the DC stuff?
No
we have?
bat sparkle.
No, we have David Ayer. We have a little screenshot of David Ayer. Now, we don't know if this is fan made or this is edited or what the go is, but we do know that David Ayer's original plan was to have Steppenwolf in Suicide Squad.
Well, the brother of what's her name? Who Enchantress?
Yeah, the dancer.
Was not supposed to be there.
Yeah,
That was Steppenwolf.
yeah.
So, but even then, it's still there's so much to pull apart with this movie. We're never going to get the Ayer cut. Like that's never going to happen.
It didn't film. That's the problem.
No, and they're not going to get back. Jared Leto's not going to go back and do that.
No, you wouldn't think so.
Not for that movie. That movie, people slammed him for. It's like, okay, Zach got him back, but Zach had a damn good reason to get him back.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think Jared would come back to reshoot stuff for this. So it's like this will be that cut that we never see.
Yeah, we're not.
Like, I'm not going to. I always had hope for the Snyder cut. This This isn't on my radar. As soon as we stop talking about this, I'll forget about it because it'll never happen.
Moving on to forget about that
That's
is
done.
we have Henry Cavill news cast in Highlander.
He's changing wigs.
There can only be one. Now it's him.
Can he just grow his hair? Like seriously, just grow your hair. And wouldn't it be easier?
Can you imagine though being Henry Cavill at this point? Like,
Hey! You're forgetting one thing.
what?
We're going to say Henry Cavill in a kilt.
We are.
In a kilt.
He is literally just picking what he loves and getting it. So he gets Superman. He gets Highlander, which he grew up loving as a kid. He gets The Witcher, which he's played.
Which he loves.
You know what I mean? Like, my God.
I want to know if Christopher Lambert's okay with this. Because he is Highlander.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Yeah.
And he's a great actor too, Christopher
Yeah.
Lambert. Let's not throw any shade against him, but
Anyway, this will be cool. This will be cool to see. Like, and we know he can use a sword. Like, there's no worries about that. So, absolutely keen to see Henry Cavill in Highlander.
is it going to be a TV show or a movie? Or we just don't know?
Yeah, we don't know. Who knows? And with Henry Cavill, who knows? He's shown he's more than willing to do either. So, yeah. What else do we have here? We've got Amber Midthunder. Do you know who this is?
I don't know who she is, but she has been cast as the lead role in Skulls.
So, Skulls is the Predator TV show prequel that's coming
Movie.
from the Cloverfield.
Movie.
Sorry, yep, movie that's coming from the Cloverfield producer.
What's his name?
Writer?
Trachtenberg. Dan
Trachtenberg,
Dan
yeah.
the man.
Yeah. Well, remember he put that post out being like, you guys weren't supposed to know this was a Predator thing. They were trying to do the stealth Cloverfield kind of.
Yeah, he was pissed.
Yeah. And rightly so.
Yeah.
Like, that would have been so cool. But anyway,
That's a Dick Warner Brothers move, that.
what do we have looking at here?
Well,
So-
from what it looks like, her name, Amber Midthunder. Very Native American name.
got that look too.
And that's where they're going. She's playing a character who is set, I'm pretty sure it's like 200 to 300 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And that's who the Predator will be versing. Obviously, going up against the Native Americans. So you're going to go up against the Native American warriors. Which, in a cool and uncool thing, we shouldn't see any cannons being used by Predator.
Because he only ever used the same weapons, doesn't he?
It's a fair combat. It's got to be a fair fight.
Yeah.
Like that's why when you see he notices Arnold has no weapons on him, he strips off everything. He takes off everything, and we're just going to go punch to punch.
Yeah.
We'll see who wins.
Yeah.
Predator won.
Yeah.
Walloped him. Let's be
100%.
real. Then Arnold went and dropped a log on his head. Cheating.
Because if Predator knew they were using logs,
He would have used a log.
yeah, he would have gone, no, I'm going to use a log too.
Well, just Arnold. Dick move, Arnold. Dick move.
Anyway.
But yeah, so that should. I am looking forward to it. I reckon this will be very, very good.
Yeah, no,
Very good.
absolutely.
But in saying that, Predator sequels don't have a lot of good luck.
Can I say what my concern is?
Yeah, go
with
for it.
this.
Go for it.
It's that we heard what Dan Trachtenberg's plans were,
Yeah.
and it was to slow play the fact that this was a Predator tie-in.
He wasn't even going to call it a Predator. It wasn't going to be called Predator.
Now, what I'm worried is that he was going to do that during the series as well. Like Cloverfield, you got to the last 5 minutes before you realized that was actually a Cloverfield movie.
Except for the title.
Yeah, but you see
10 Cloverfield Lane.
skulls.
Yeah, well, that skulls could be anything.
I know, but can you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, what if he was like, oh man, what if we didn't show the Predator till like episode 3? Oh, sorry, like halfway through or something. And you're like, oh man.
The first Predator movie.
Yeah.
You don't see him you don't see him fully until he comes out of the water.
Yeah. And it's glitching.
You see him splashing in the water, and then he starts coming out, and he's just glitching because water doesn't go. Poor design, Predator.
Yeah.
You go to a water planet, you should just deal with that, but whatever.
Yeah.
You've only been going here for thousands of years.
So yeah. Anyway,
Invent something.
look, we're going to get to see him early on, and this is going to be cool. Yeah, absolutely pumped for this.
Yeah. Oh, I'm pumped.
Look, something else I'm actually excited for. You're not as excited for, but they've done a trailer for Only Murderers in the Building. I'm excited for this because Steve Martin, I think, is an incredible comic. The man does not age, and that's the thing about white hair, isn't it? It's that
He just got white hair and that was it.
yeah. So like this is the vampire. He's figured it out. He's like, no, just do the hair white. I'll never go grey. They won't know. Martin Short as well.
Yep.
And Selena Gomez, I think's the other one in this. So I think obviously trying to appeal to the younger audience on that one.
I'm not fussed.
So this
looks right up your alley though.
Yeah. So it's a comedy, but it's about these people living in this upstate New York kind of apartment.
Yep.
And they're obsessed with true crime, just like every rich, bored housewife is now. Watching all the like true crime shows and everything like that. Someone in their penthouse building has died. It's been written off by the cops, but they believe it's a murder because of all these shows. So they start investigating themselves, and then slowly realize that there's actually a murder in their building.
Yeah.
And they have to try and figure out that before they get killed. I'm on board just because I love the actors in it, but you're probably not going to watch it, and that's cool. Everyone's got their own things. I think it's going the way of Knives Out, though, and I liked that. So I'm all for that. Speaking of Knives Out, getting all the actors... Like the first one was pretty stacked with like Daniel Craig, Chris Evans, and all these guys in it. The second one has added Kate Hudson,
who
I'm a big fan of, Dave Bautista.
Oh, wow.
Edward Norton.
Oh, wow.
Catherine Hahn, fresh out of WandaVision.
Yep.
And Leslie Odom Jr.
Yeah, right.
So I don't know if the original cast is really returning, but obviously Christopher Plummer was in the first one too, and he's passed away since.
Yep.
But Harlan Thornberry was in it. The original one had, like I said, Chris Evans, Jamie Lee Curtis, Michael Shannon, Toni Collette, Don
That's
Johnson.
odd.
Yeah. It was nuts, man. So anyway, keen for that.
You keen?
Keen. And they've been handed all the Netflix money, so should be good.
Netflix dollars.
Yeah, man.
Dollars.
Anyway, mate, I think that's us.
That's it. That is the show done and dusted for another week.
Yeah. Anyway, glad you joined us, guys. Hopefully you've learnt some information from this week, and tune in next week for issue 65.
Yes, mate.
Thanks for joining us.
Bye.
Bye.